What's up, guys? Welcome to Comic Chronicles. Another edition of Absolute Superman just dropped, and folks, this one is one of the best in this new Absolute DC universe. Get ready to discover the new origin of Superman, with his mom throwing down and blasting the elite of Krypton's high class. All that and so much more in this video, so stick around till the end. Absolute Superman is already on its third issue, and as the story advances, it just keeps getting better. I even made a comparison video about Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, and Absolute Wonder Woman to decide which one is the best right now, and you can check it out by clicking the card showing up on your screen. Now that all three heroes have 3 editions out, and Batman is heading into his 4th, I'm getting ready to make another comparison video between the 3 so we can finally decide which one reigns supreme. So don't forget to smash that super like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications because I'm about to drop a lot more Absolute DC content, and you don't want to miss it. Subscribe to stay updated on everything. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and let's get into the theme of this video. The issue kicks off with a flashback 6 years ago, showing how Kal-El felt out of place at school. His grades were never good, and everything was a challenge for him. Kal didn't care about that. He felt good and happy where he lived, hanging out with his dog Krypto and loving life with his parents, who were his only 2 friends. Young Superman as a kid loved spending his days with his parents exploring the purple prairies and rolling pink hills of the Kryptonian countryside, but this time, something felt off. They then arrive at a place that looks a lot like the Fortress of Solitude, but in red, which apparently is made from what they call sunstone. Inside, Jor-El and Lara tell Kal-El that they were called by his school to discuss his grades because he refuses to use the Science League's Luminarium, which is basically a teaching technology from the Science League, and Kal insists on doing his reports on his own. Kal says that his own words make him happy, and to his surprise, his parents don't scold him, they actually support him. Even though the kid is challenging a Kryptonian tradition that's over 3,000 years old, his parents want him to find his own path, to discover his passion. Kal-El replies that he still doesn't know what he wants to do, but no matter what it is, he knows where it will lead him, and it's exactly to this place. Guys, check out this art. Rafa Sandoval's artwork is truly impressive. As the issue continues, Kal's words worry his parents, and soon, Jor-El starts digging to collect materials. This soon concerns young Superman, who notices that his parents have been working tirelessly lately. Ever since the mine accident that happened in the first edition, Jor-El seemed distant and distracted to his son, and days after their trip to that fortress, Jor-El and Lara were consumed by their work more than ever. One night, Kal hears his dad telling his mom that the evidence he has is irrefutable, and that what's about to happen will take months or days, and they can't wait. Jor-El says he needs to inform the Science League about what's coming, but Lara replies that the clerics will laugh in his face and declare him a heretic, and they might even come to their home and take everything they'd built. Soon, Kal-El hears Krypto barking, and the kid goes to check it out, and to his surprise, he sees several animals dying surrounded by that green gas that gradually disintegrates their bodies. Clark grabs his futuristic bike and heads out to investigate, which leads him to find more dead animals. Nature is dying. The Science League of Krypton informs everyone not to worry, as it's a localized issue, a natural gas leak. A week after camping in the mountains with his parents, Clark is on a subway with his classmates heading to the clerics buildings in Kandor for a school visit. During the trip, the students are stunned by the scene of destruction, and they even see bodies being pulled from the rubble. While his classmates observe everything, Clark grabs his tablet and starts writing on the school news board about everything they're witnessing. When they arrive in Kandor, the story has been wiped from the board, all of Kal's notes have disappeared from his tablet, and his parents have been summoned to meet with the school administration. Keep in mind that Krypton was ruled by the upper class, with the clerics and the Science League, meaning everyone beneath them had to obey. During the tour, Kal-El ends up distancing himself from his classmates as he watches the view from the top of the tower. Soon, the young man begins to hear his dad's voice pleading to be heard by the clerics. Young Kal-El gets upset seeing his dad getting beaten by the guards and being branded a heretic. Kal panics and races home to warn his mom. Lara then tells Kal to come with her to save his dad, but if things get too dangerous, he should grab his bike and get home as fast as he can, go into the garage, and call for SOL. She then puts on her suit and grabs this giant weapon. Guys, this look for Lara is definitely badass. Jor-El has been arrested at the Central Law Guild office in Kandor. Lara invades the place, shooting and searching for her husband. Notice that this weapon she's firing is no ordinary weapon, it shoots lava bursts. The soldiers try to fight back, but they're quickly taken down by Krypton, who's wearing a cape made from the same material Superman's suit is made of, giving a nice nod to the classic look of the Superdog. Lara then finds where Jor-El is, and my friends, she enters in quite an imposing manner, her suit shaping the cape and wearing a helmet for protection. Jor-El is impressed to see the suit working, and he's happy to see his wife. Meanwhile, Kal-El gains access to the clerics' servers and investigates what's happening since the ruling classes are nowhere to be found. He discovers that all the members of the ruling classes fled Krypton via spaceships, leaving all the other Kryptonians behind. Next, Kal, Jor, and Lara ride home on their bikes, telling the kid the whole truth. Young Kal-El gets annoyed and says he's not leaving Krypton alone in his mom's suit since that's their plan. However, his parents hug him and say they would never launch him into space alone because they're going together, revealing a spaceship they built. The plan isn't just for them to leave Krypton, they're also taking their cousins, neighbors, and as many Kryptonians as they can transport. Lara takes off her suit while asking her husband if the Science League didn't even want to see him to know what's going on, but Jor-El interrupts her saying they already knew everything, and secretly built ships to take only the upper classes off Krypton. Jor-El learned all this through the Luminarium and finds out that this news was leaked not long ago, directly from the tower where they were in Kandor. When they realize it was Kal-El who exposed all of this, they don't scold him for it, they're proud of their son. The flashback ends with Kal asking where they're going. The issue then returns to the present time in Kansas, at Smallville Senior Living. Nurses are talking about an elderly woman they're caring for, who keeps calling for her son all the time. One of the nurses says she tried to reach out to a relative, but they discovered she has no one and never had a son. The story ends by showing us that this elderly woman is Martha Kent, crying out for her son to come back to her, and notice the photo, Clark is with Martha and Jonathan Kent. Guys, this issue was incredible. It's easily one of the best issues involving the absolute DC universe. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if this isn't already the best one. We're witnessing a beautiful origin story for Superman. An origin that changes some elements but doesn't stray too far from the Superman we know. Kal-El growing up and living with his parents on Krypton was a great idea. Jor-El in Absolute Superman is the type of guy who supports his son in going against Krypton's traditional teaching methods, while in the main universe, he was part of the scientists. But still, this Jor-El gives off that classic Jor-El vibe, so it's really cool to see these changes that are breathing fresh air into Superman's origin stories. This flashback was wonderful, and probably this origin is among the best Superman has ever had. Also, notice that even as a kid, Clark had that instinct of a journalist, wanting to write in his own words instead of using the Science League's Luminarium. It's interesting because it creates a parallel with Lois Lane from this universe, who in the previous issue wanted to write her own report on Superman instead of accepting the false report from Brainiac's system. It's really cool how all of this ties together. Even though we know how Krypton's story ends and that sadly Kal will lose his parents, the story still leaves a mystery about what's going to happen, and I can't help but be curious to read the next issue. I'm not just curious to see Krypton's fate in this story, but also want to find out what happened to the Kent family. Guys, thank you so much for being here in this video. Comment down below what you think about this story. Did you like it? Is this the best origin story of Superman for you? Did you enjoy seeing Lara go to save Jor-El? Write your opinions, tap that sphere on the screen, and subscribe to our channel. Turn on those notifications because I'm getting ready to release more videos about the absolute DC universe, and you can't miss it, this universe is blowing up. Also, check out this video on Absolute Superman showing up that covers all the details from the previous issue. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.